Listen up, people. I'm hardly ever on the internet because I'm out doing my job. I'm out in the public. I'm out collecting data. I'm out collecting information. I'm out collecting knowledge, and I'm out relaying this knowledge to the public. I'm doing my job, okay? But I got a message to bring to you. I got a message to bring to you from some of these other beings. This is the message. If you get out there and you want your knowledge, if you seek knowledge, you will get it. You can't just say you're enlightened. You can't just say you have knowledge. You can't just get on this box and spread everything. If you seek it, they will come to you. They're here. They're up in the skies. They're in the public. They're walking among us. And they don't have any beef about sitting down with us and communicating with us in the physical, in the public. You just got to have the knowledge to see these beings. You got to have the knowledge to know who they are, because they are very, very intelligent. And they don't have time for babble. Their words are direct, point blank. They don't carry on. They tell you point blank and they'll repeat it. And I'm here to tell you right now, these beings, there's a lot of them here right now that's doing this work. And they're not here, and any of you that are listening to anybody else saying that they're here specifically for you, you are lost. You are ignorant, and you have no idea what you're thinking or what you're hearing. Because there's many of these beings here from many other places and many other dimensions that are not here for us. They're here for Mother Earth. They're here for the galaxy's sake, for the universe, for the other dimensions. Because they're making sure that what is happening isn't going to spread right now. There are some here that honor us. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of them, and it's been relayed, that were not their purpose here. We are not their concern, other than the fact that we can be a virus. Other than the fact that our consciousness, if it doesn't change, is going to affect everything. That's why they're here. They're point blank, very logical. If you want to think of it as Spock, you think of it that way. But they're very, very logical beings. And they're not concerned, really, again, whether we survive or not. It's whether we affect everything else around us or not. We're being watched. We haven't been destroyed because there is a code. You don't mess with life. The ones that are here for the human race, there's a few. And the rest of them are supposed to be us. We're occupying these children, these bodies. We're here for this human race. We're here to keep this race safe. To pull it out of what it's been pulled out of. Many of us were called, few of us were chosen. We're here. And it frustrates me. Because when I do get on these sites, I see all of y'all around here just running your mouths. You're keeping your own little clique in this little box, in this little 4 square, in front of this camera, grabbing quotes from Einstein and the rest of them and sticking them on here, looking for a positive reaction to what you put on there. You're stuck in your 4 walls. You are in the PSYOP prison. You are in these government's prisons. The guys that are causing this shit, you are locked into their prison, and they know it. You can threaten them, you can tell them you love them, or anything else. They're just laughing their asses off at you, man. And the deal is, you're being lazy. Your asses are glued to the chair. As it is right now, again, it is reversed. They have become the 99% as far as the effort goes. I don't care if there is 7 billion, 8 billion people on this planet. That small, minute, you call 1%, has become the 99%. as far as effort goes, and you have become the 1%. And then there's 1% of us out of those who claim they are enlightened who are actually doing the work. 1% of the 1%. That are actually out here in the public, collecting evidence, watching the skies, gaining knowledge, gaining the evidence, and relaying it to the masses. And I'm going to tell you right now, the masses don't care. They do not care. They do not listen unless something moves in droves. Unless it moves in a mass movement, they pay no attention. And those of us out there who are actually doing our job, who are going out in public from town to town, sitting down with strangers, not our friends, not our neighbors, but those outside of our areas, and communicating with them and telling them what needs to be done and what's going on in the truth, it's making it difficult for the ones of us that are doing it. The rest of you are chicken shit. You're no threat to them on YouTube. You're no threat to them on Facebook. Because nobody pays attention to your sites. Nobody pays attention to them. Except the people who are already on there has been on there. Nobody is really paying attention. As far as the mass public goes, they do not go to your sites. They don't pay attention to you. And it's pretty damn selfish if you say, I don't give a shit. And it's pretty selfish. You're an arrogant, low-life, selfish human being if you think that you're going to leave this world, leave this body, or whatever you're going to do, and forget about the human race and go live in bliss. I care about this human race. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. Just like I said, those beings ain't going to do shit for you. They're not going to trigger everything for you. They're not going to make you do anything. The frequencies they're bringing in to help is for Mother Earth and every living thing upon it. Not just you. It's for the animals, all things that live. And you're just a part of it. That's all you are. They're not going to come in and trigger you and make you change. You're going to have to change your own conscience on your own and make an effort to get your ass out there. And as far as it is right now, it's a damn shame. And it's a frustration. And it's enough to frustrate any being. Because I see them. I see them in the skies. I see them walking among us. I have talked to them face to face. They come and sit and talk. They're not scared to communicate in public. They're not scared to communicate or go to you. You got to be able to recognize who they are. They're intelligent. They're wise. They ain't got time for blah, blah. They point blank say what they got to say. And it's a shame that they're out here doing all this effort. You have no idea how many are here. You have no idea. Because this is what they do. And you're not putting any effort into helping them. You're on this little computer. You're on this little jail cell that the PSYOPs and the CIA and the rest of them have created for you. You have psychologically fell into their shit. I constantly see these skies getting cleared up, and I constantly watch these assholes come back in and try and tear it up. And I'm here to tell you, anytime you see a low-line chemtrail flying, or the whited out skies, there's going to be a lot of people getting sick. And they blow it off because their symptoms ain't that daggone strong. Why? Because they're numbed out. They don't feel it. Their system, their nervous system can't feel the full effect of what's going on. Their immune system can't feel it. You can't feel it because half of you don't eat right. Half of you don't take care of yourself. You don't study to get in and find out what's genetically modified. And everything else. You're being killed and you don't even know it. You don't think the symptoms are that strong. You think you're kind of safe. Oh, well, we'll wait into 2012 and we'll be okay. No, you won't. Because if you don't get out there in the masses and you don't massively go out and start spreading this by a bunch of us, I mean in droves, nothing's going to change. The consciousness ain't going to change. And if it doesn't change when everything is cleared, again, the clearing ain't just for us. But when it's cleared, you are the ones that's going to tank the shit again. You are the ones that's going to allow these assholes to do it and continue to go. Right now, as it is, you're a disgrace. And the ones who know what I'm talking about ain't going to be offended by this. It's those of you who's got your asses glued to the seat and never go out and say shit. You're the ones that's going to be offended. And don't look for an idiot button because it ain't going to be on my site. There ain't none of you going to be able to hit positive or negative and run off. Either you'll say something or you won't. And I judge that. I judge by who's on my site and who says what. And if there ain't a whole lot, then I understand what's going on. I understand how many of you are paying attention. I understand who's saying what. I know what's where. I know which planes are what. I know which little Cessnas and everything else are what. I know where the bases are out in the wildernesses in each state. They ain't fooled me. I know where everything is. And you aren't a threat. As long as you got your shit on there, you're putting stuff on there, oh, I got something to put on there, you ain't a threat. Because it's confined. Again, the mass public don't watch you. And they're laughing at you. And they have control of this internet. If you're a threat, you'll have a little bit of an issue with these dudes. They'll send somebody. They'll send somebody after you. They understand psychology. You'll have them coming to you. You'll have hybrids coming to you. They'll strike conversations. They'll ask you questions. They'll tap you. They'll do all kinds of things. They'll physically touch you. They'll make gestures. And if you ain't wise enough to catch the shit, they'll trigger you. You'll do something stupid later, or you'll get sick, or you'll do something. That's when you know you're a threat. Not while you're sitting your ass in the seat and putting shit on here, because you ain't no threat then. And if you're not having a problem with them, you're not a threat. It's that simple. You got to learn to master what they are trying to do to you. And what they're doing is nothing special. It's nothing magical. It's nothing anything in such a manner. They are psychologically doing what they do because they have studied and they know. And I'm fully disgusted at this. And again, the reason I don't answer comments on my sites is because I'm not ever on my sites, very rarely. Rarely do I get to go on YouTube or Facebook and take a look at anything. Because I am doing my job. I am doing what I am supposed to be doing. I am moving out amongst the masses. And that's what you should be doing. Nobody but you, each and every one of you who claim you have knowledge and you are enlightened, you should be out there. Not sitting on here looking at something saying, flashing in colors, saying, oh, let us help you meditate. Watch this and it'll bring you into a deep meditation. You got to be this way, you got to be that way. You know, if you watch anything flashing or whatever, it's foolish. You're ignorant. You got people on here bragging about their master degrees, their pedigrees, and everything else. And if they're bragging about their education, they're not there to help you. I'm telling you right now, if they are bragging about their education and all that, they are not there to help you. And you're ignorant to believe so. People calling and talking about on the internet, talking about we can remote heal you. And then you look down and you see $225. Anybody that charges for a healing or anybody that charges for knowledge is not there to help you. They're fools. And anybody that believes in that is a fool. You're wasting your damn money. And don't pay any attention to the name that I have given this planetary object that I have on those photos. I only call it Nibiru's because when I first took the picture of it, it has an X mark on it. Nibiru is bullshit. It's not a red planet with rings. It's not running in a different orbit. There is no orbit. All this shit is stuff that's been put there to throw your asses off. Period. And it succeeded because they got your asses running around in circles. They're playing with the public with the gas prices, saying they're concerned, they're going to bring them down, bring them up, saying all the bullshit. They're still doing the same thing they have always done. If y'all would get your asses out and just watch the skies and pay attention. Half of y'all putting shit out there on the internet, you don't even see what's in your pictures. You don't even see the shit that's in your pictures. I know what's going on up there. I have evidence of everything that's going on. What I speak, I can prove. I don't say shit that I cannot prove. And I'm going to tell you another thing. This bullshit about the eclipse was bullshit. You've been duked. It was all a fake. It was all put on. Same thing with the Venus thing. Bullshit. You ain't been told the truth. You don't have no idea what's going on up there. You have no idea. I'm not going to present it to you. It's for my knowledge. It's for me to know at this moment. And I will carry it out the way I am supposed to carry it out and put it out there. I know that I'm a threat. I know because they have come and sent those to me. I have felt what frequencies are. But you know what? Eat right. Clean your system. Get in the spirit. Get off the damn... Your mind stuck on aliens and everything else. Your mind stuck on destruction. Clean yourself. Get yourself optimal. Feel the effects, not partial effects, because you're being destroyed when you feel only partial effects. Feel the effects. Take the brunt. You can pass through it. You can make it. You can re-heal yourself. Your body can handle anything that's thrown at it if it's optimal. Or even close to optimal. Get off your sites with your little quotes. Again, throw them on there, but get the hell off immediately and go do your job. Get out in the public with us. With what 1% of the 1% of us that are out there doing our job. Move in mass. If you don't get out and move in mass, they're not going to pay attention. The public isn't going to pay attention. And quit being in fear of what they say about you. I've been called a hippie. I've been called a blasphemer. I've been called a psycho. I've been called a liar. I've been called everything, but it doesn't affect me. What bothers me is the fact that you're sitting on your ass in your 4 rooms with your windows closed and your roof over your head while this shit's being sprayed. And you're not warning people. You're not telling people the truth about those here who are helping us. You're not telling the truth that why the chemtrails are there. Y'all are listening to a bunch of doomsdays. You're putting your shit on there and letting a bunch of these little idiots get on there and spread the shit around about how they're trying to massively kill everybody, and it has, I put on my site why those trails are here, the main purpose of them. And yes, those trails are killing you. They're affecting your immune system. They are killing you. They are killing the environment, but they don't give a shit. Those trails have a purpose, and that ain't the main purpose. You listen to my site intently, and you'll find out. Unfortunately, I put shit on there that a bunch of little dinglings are running around looking for the end of the world or seeking to find stuff they can use as an evidence for the end of the world. And that's not what my site's about. I put it out there first to prove to people that they do exist. And then to get the word of the simplicity of spirit and how simple things really are, and not that damn complicated. But it's locked in a box. It's in a little box. And it's not being effective. Not as effective as I want it to be. As it should be. So I've been communicated with and told to move out. To put an effort in. To unglue my ass from the seat and go. And that's what I'm doing. I am being physically active in this. Spiritually active. And that's what you should be doing. Love you. I just had to get this out. And I have been communicated with. Physically, face to face. In the public. From both ends. Wake up, people. They're not all here for you. They're here to change what's going to happen. And they're not going to allow your failure to spread through this universe. The end of 2012 isn't going to clear everything up for everybody. It's not going to change everybody. Until you get your ass out there in the masses and start spreading, like I said, like a tsunami, in droves of people, physically, and start telling people. Do it in such a way, in such a mass, that it's going to blow their minds. And they're going to listen. The news stations will jump on it. People will spread the word. Did you see how many people are running around? Because it's a damn shame when the Christians, the Jehovah's Witnesses, and the Mormons are putting you to shame, and they don't even know shit about what the hell they're talking about. But they are moving amongst the neighborhoods and everywhere else. I ain't saying go to door. I'm saying get your ass out in the public. Strike conversations while you're sitting down drinking coffee, tea, or whatever. With strangers. Meet as many strangers as you can meet. But be prepared. Have your knowledge ready. Have your wisdom ready. Know who you are talking to. And above all, don't let them know that you know. You want to be able to watch your own ass without them knowing about it. I love you.